This time has an ace-7. First to act, he won't play that. Now it's around to the Brooklynite. And Vlad has picked up a pair of queens.
All in.
He's going all in with it. Into Farid Jattin. He'll muck a 10-5. Mayo out. Merulla not playing. And David out. And just like that, the pair of queens will take down this one.
Well, again, Vlad wins an uncontested pot by moving all in. Gives his brother there, Jan, who just got out of the Marine Corps, sort of a poker salute.
Action back on Vlad. This time he can't play a 7-4. And now Jared has a nice pair of 10s. And he will raise, makes it 225 to go.
Mayo goes out.
And now Anthony Merulla's picked up the queens.
Wow, nice hand on the button for him. He is getting out raising chips. He is going to 3-bet it to 595,000.
Paredes out. And I can't believe this. Farid Jattin from Colombia has picked up kings. What a great time to do it.
Incredible. The pot's been 3-bet to him. He looks down and finds kings. And he is going to 4-bet it. He is going to make it just over 1.1 million to go.
Now it's back on Jared.
Well, pretty easy getaway here, I think, when these guys have 3 and 4 bet behind him.
On.
Oh, but look at this fence. He's moved all in.
What?
He's got both players easily covered.
I call.
Wow, Merulla has made the call. Well, Jattin makes the call also.
Oh, they turn up the cards. What a monster pot. What are we seeing here?
Wow. 4-bet, 5-bet. Good night, ladies.
Oh, they're pushing it all around.
You're running good. You're gonna hit a 10, so.
Farid is in great shape here.
Once again,
The young Colombian with a big opportunity.
I guess I didn't do that right.
You're ahead of
10 of clubs.
Well, there you hear Jared say, maybe I played this hand a little too fast. Well, we'll see. Here comes the flop.
Window 10. Boom.
Well, it's a 9-7-5 so far, so good for Farid.
Great flop for him. He has got a great shot to triple up here.
Yep, very soft flop for him. Now he's just got to sweat the turn. Here it comes.
let's see the turn.
Oh, and it's a 10!
Oh, the 10 of diamonds. Farid Jattin has taken the lead with 3 10s.
Pain and torture at the Borgata.
Unbelievable.
What a diamond.
Jared, what'd I tell you, Jared?
It's diamonds, though.
Well, meaning Merulla needs a queen or a diamond now to take the pot.
Farid very stoic. He's just taken that so beautifully. He knows he only has one outer.
Well, incredible. He had a dominating hand just a moment ago, and now with 1 to go, he's got a 1 outer.
Here comes the river card.
Well, let's see the river.
And it's a diamond!
Ace of diamonds comes off. Merulla was going to win this pot. Now Jaffee has more chips than him, so he won't be eliminated. But boy, oh boy.
Farid has to say goodnight. Back on the Columbia Express for him. Horrible experience for Farid Jattin, out in 6th place. Going to take home $174,000, and he's over to talk to Matt Savage.
I knew it wasn't holding when it was a 10 of diamonds.
Farid, that's a terrible beat there. How do you react to something like that?
Honestly, like, as long as I don't make a mistake to bust. I mean, it really hurts because of the amount that we're playing for, but I feel good, you know. I've learned to win like a champ and lose like a champ. So this goes out to all the whiners out there, you know.
We don't see that attitude very often. Lynn, back to you.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Well, David Paredes out in front, 14.4 million. Anthony Merulla in second place, 10.7. Anthony Mayo in third with 8.4. And Jared and Vlad both on the short stack with 1.5.
Antes of 15,000. Blinds 50 and 100. Action on Jared Jaffee. Quick fold by him. Anthony Mayo from Philadelphia also going out.
Round to Anthony Merulla now.
Up to Anthony.
He's a New Yorker, and he's got a pair of kings.
He's a finance professional. Went to Auburn undergrad, to Syracuse Law School. Got 2 kings here and is going to raise the pot. 225,000 to go.
Now David has a pretty solid ace-queen of spades, and he is going to re-raise. Vlad from Brooklyn out.
Oh, look at this. Merulla just calls. Does not re-raise with the 2 kings. A bit surprising to me.
Here is the flop. It's a 7-6-5. Safe for the kings.
Well, he checks him. David checks right behind him, and now a queen comes off. This could spell trouble for David. He now has top pair with top kicker, but he doesn't have the best hand as Merulla has the kings and bets 450,000.
The way Merulla's been playing this hand so far, it's got his man completely trapped. It's just a smooth call there by Paredes. And the river card is an ace. Oh no! David making aces and queens. What a draw out against Merulla.
Well, Merulla has checked here. And you see David reaching for chips, and why not?
Doesn't realize how lucky he is.
He's going to bet 1.5 million here. Well, we thought Merulla was playing this hand very slow. It may bode well for him, Vince. As he lays his hand down here, he lost the minimum possible with that hand.
Incredible escape there by the New Yorker. And there's David's wife, Caitlin, on the rail. He's 34 years old, out of New York.
A very bright guy, Vince. Paredes went to Harvard for an undergraduate. He got a master's in fine arts and fiction writing, and then went to NYU Law School. So highly educated guy doing quite well here tonight.
Anthony Mayo out. And now it's Anthony Merulla.
2 kings didn't work out, so let's try king 4.
Yeah, he's gonna make it 2:15 to go. David has a pair of jacks. What hands we're seeing.
What a thorn in the side this guy's becoming. For Merulla, that's for sure.
And he's gonna slow play, just call, and now the Brooklynite, Vlad, used to be a poker dealer. Now he's got a big hand.
All in.
He's got ace-king, he's gone all in.
Well, I can't blame him. He was on one of the short stacks here.
Jared out.
Merulla goes out, but David makes the call with the 2 jacks, and we have the race.
We have ace of clubs, king of hearts.
So Vlad Mezheritsky, all in with the ace-king, must win the race to stay alive.
It's a red race.
A couple New Yorkers going at it. Jacks versus ace-king. And there's Vlad's beautiful fiancée.
I would say he drew out there. He needs to draw out here to stay alive.
Vlad used to be a poker dealer, got sick of that when he said, these guys are winning a lot. I want to try it.
Everybody on their feet. Here we go.
All right, let's go to a flop. Let's see what we got.
Here we go, Jacks versus ace-king. The flop is an ace and a jack. Oh, boy.
An ace in the door and a jack right behind it. David in great shape now. Going to take 2 runners to beat him, that's for sure.
Vlad puts back on the moose head.
It's because he's heading back to the woods, Vince.
He didn't like that flop, and here we go with a turn. It's a deuce of diamonds. It's over.
So that's going to do it for Vlad. Nothing he can do about it, Vince. You're short stack. You're happy to get it in with ace-king. Just lost the race. Out in 5th place. Shaking his brother's hand. His brother just got honorably discharged from the Marine Corps yesterday, but got to win the races to win tournaments. Couldn't win it. Out in 5th place.
Right, Vlad from Brooklyn has to say goodnight. Over to talk to Matt Savage.
Vlad, you came in here as a short stack, but you picked it up another spot, come in 5th place. You pump up your bankroll a little bit. How does it feel?
I'm excited. I'm happy to be here. You know, not too many people, could say they made a WPT final table, and I'm very grateful. You know.
You got your brother here.
Absolutely.
Just came out of the service. What has it meant to have you on here with you?
Yeah, you have no idea. I'm super excited to have him. He came here yesterday. He's supporting me, and you know, he's a Marine, so he knows what's up. That was my security if I won.
Well, great run here. I'm sure we're going to see you again.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Take care, Vlad.
Appreciate it.
Oh.
Look at this, Jared Jaffee going all in with the king jack. Now Mayo behind him. Can't play an 8-4, he folds. Merulla from New York, he has an ace-8 of hearts.
Now, it's one of those borderline hands. Do you play or don't you? You have him well covered in chip count.
Two New Yorkers gonna battle for this. Will Anthony Merulla make a great call here?
Started with 1-4, right? Or 1-3. Call.
Yes, he's made the call.
Well, he is out in front with the ace high. If his hand stands up, we'll be down to 3 players. Jared Jaffee must win this pot to keep his hopes alive of capturing his second WPT title this season.
Jared Jaffee learned to play poker in his dad's garage home games. His poker life on the line as a 9-4-3 flops. Ace out in front.
There's Dad Milt, Mom Ellen in the house here. Rooting Jared on, but he needs some help after that flop. Looking for a Picasso card. Needs a paint here.
He needs some luck. An ace, that's gonna do it.
There you go, Jared drawing dead. Jared Jaffee looking for his second WPT title this season. Not gonna get it tonight.
Jared Jaffee, a WPT champion, out in 4th place, will take home $258,000. Let's see what he has to say.
Jared, not really the result you wanted today, but I know that everybody's going to want to know what you were thinking about when you had those 10s.
I mean, honestly, I think that was the only move right there. I mean, I don't think I could play the hand any different, to be honest with you. It was just something that they both woke up with hands.
And then the emotion of that hand. When you catch the 10 on the turn, what are you thinking at that spot?
It's diamonds, though. There's probably going to be a diamond on the river. You know?
Well, you're still in the Player of the Year race lead, so I'm sure that means we'll see you more on the tour. And
yeah, no problem.
All right, Lynn, back to you.
I'm so impressed. All right, back to the action. Look at this. Anthony Mayo has picked up the ladies. He's raised the 325.
Finally says I got a hand.
It's on Anthony Merulla with an ace-6 of diamonds. He's going to stick around. Makes the call.
David fold.
David out. So the juggler in great position.
And the two Anthonys going at it again.
And the flop is 7-5. These all diamonds. Oh no. Merulla flop on the nut flush. Merulla checking.
This could do it for Mayo. He could get spread clear across the bread right here, Vince, and be out of here.
And Mayo's a betting. And just a nice smooth call by Merulla. Mayo has no idea how bad his hand is at this moment. 9 of clubs on the turn.
Vince, it looks good if you're sitting in the seat. You got an overpair with the flush draw.
Merulla checks, gonna trap again.
Mayo.
Now 425,000 to bet this time. And now you know Merulla's just thinking about, how can I get all the guys' chips here? What do I bet now to suck him in this spot to get them all?
The New Yorker trying to figure out how to extract all of the juggler's money. Make you go home, go back to your cheesesteaks with a nice story. Oh, look at that. That's how you do it.
All in.
Well, he set him all in. A quick call by Mayo. He can't believe it. He's drawing dead.
Jeeges.
What a bad night for Mayo in terms of being outcarded by his opponents.
It's over. It's over. Don't go with that. It's over.
The Borgata grinder is going to have to say goodnight. He's stunned. Anthony Mayo, 3rd place, 307,000. Big effort by him for the local guy from Philadelphia. He's over to talk to Matt Savage.
Anthony, a real good run this week, over 300,000 in prize money. What are you going to use the money for?
Just buy a few things, play more poker, you know. Just know whatever other grinder does is put it right back.
What does it mean to have the support behind you?
It's awesome support. I'm really happy. I'm very humbled by this, and I hope everyone had a nice sweat. So.
Well, once again, good job. We'll see you again. Lynn, back to you.
And Gaucho is going to raise with a Jack-10 to 450. Anthony behind him with just a Jack-3.
Wow, he's going to re-raise to over 2 million, Vince. That's 2,025,000. A healthy re-raise of over 1.5 million. But David wants to call. He wants to see a flop with the Jack-10 suited. Anthony probably not liking that. But he should be liking that flop as he's taking the lead with 2 threes as it comes 9-6-3. Well, weirdly to me, Anthony checks the flop, but notice there's 2 spades on the board, giving David a flush draw.
I'm the worst. Screwed up the raise size. Free.
David is going to bet 1.6 million.
Yeah, Anthony looking uncomfortable.
You win.
And he will fold that hand. Well, he's looking a little perplexed at this moment. David extends the chip lead. And the antes are going up to 50,000 now. 150 and 300,000 are the blinds. Anthony, it's on him, and he's got a really strong one here, ace-king.
And he is going to raise it to 600,000. And that's just the minimum raise of 300,000.
David right behind him is going to re-raise
1.5 million.
He's going to take a stab, but at the wrong time, because there goes the repop.
The 2.6 million. So that's the 4-bet.
Uh-oh.
David goes all
Wow.
David's made a big mistake. He's gone all in.
All right, Anthony.
Well, I'm shocked, Vince. I got to tell you the truth.
Oops.
This guy's played great all night long, and all of a sudden he wants to go to war with a king deuce when he has a monster chip lead over his opponent. Whereas if he loses this pot, he'll be the underdog in chip count.
Boy, that is oucho for Gaucho. He's got to be hating himself right now, but he could get lucky. We will see.
And if he gets lucky, he'll be our champion.
Well, the flop is not good for David. 8-4-4.
Anthony stole in the lead.
Good for Anthony. His ace-king in front. Can it stay that way?
Now, David needs to catch a deuce. Nothing else is going to do for him.
Yes, so it's not to be there. It's a 10 of hearts. Down to the river, and it's a 9 of hearts.
So just like that, Anthony Merulla has taken the chip lead in this heads-up battle.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Playing for 840,000. You're a smart guy.
And he's got the big chip lead. These are both smart guys, both lawyers.
All right, action on David. He's got a quality hand. King, queen of diamonds. We'll make it $1 million to go.
Anthony makes the call with the queen 10.
And we are a flopping. It's a jack 9-6. Both have straight draws, and Anthony checks. David's bet 800. Anthony is going to raise to 2.4 with the open-ended straight draw. And look at this. David's going to go all in.
All in and called. Here we go.
David's still out in front with the king high, but Anthony with an open-ended with a shot of breaking David right now and taking home a WPT title. The crowd on its feet.
David couldn't be up against a better hand. Anthony, a queen doesn't help him. A 10 doesn't help him. Only an 8 or a king is going to help him.
Will this be Anthony Merulla's Last hand to take the championship. No, it's a 10 of diamonds. David picks up the straight.
Well, he's made the nut straight on the turn. Anthony can only tie by catching a king on the river. Nothing else will do for him. Must catch a king to tie, doesn't happen. So just like that, David gets back a lot of his chips.
Boy, it's a seesaw battle.
Well, Anthony Merulla's chip lead has dwindled down to less than $2 million now.
2 New Yorkers, one of them about to take down a WPT title here tonight.
Well, David now lives in Brookline, Massachusetts, though, but he grew up in New York.
Actions on Anthony, our chip leader at first. He's got Queen 10.
He's just going to limp in and call here.
David, on the other hand, is going to raise with an ace 4. Makes it 1.5.
If your opponent doesn't raise before the flop, you certainly think ace high is the best hand, so he raises it.
Anthony has called. And we're going to see 3 cards. Here they go. It is a king 7 deuce. Neither player has a heart. David is going to bet 1.5. And Anthony quickly folds.
Now the power of the continuation bet right there being displayed by David.
All right now the antes are still the same, 75,000, but the blinds are going up to 300,000 and 600,000, Mike.
Well, over $1 million to play 2 hands of poker now.
We are into deep stretch here at the Borgata. Action on David, who is now the chip leader once again. This time he has an ace 5 of hearts. He'll raise 1.2 million. Anthony has called with king 4. And here we go.
Now flop comes 8-3-3. Anthony checks. And David checks the ace high behind him. Now a 6 comes off. Maybe Anthony thinks he's got ace high. Maybe a bet will get him off that hand.
He's going to show some guts and make a bet of 1.1 million. David with just ace high.
Well, he's showing some guts by calling, Vince.
He is.
With just ace high and no draw.
And the river card's a 4 that hits Anthony.
Amazing dream card for Anthony. Gives him the best hand with 4s and 3s. And shockingly, he's going to bet $3 million. I say shockingly because I can't imagine you get paid off for that much unless you're beat.
It's a big bet.
But I'm wrong. He gets paid off.
I have a 4. Yeah.
But 2 4s are good. I think he thought he was bluffing there, Vince. He was bluffing with the best hand and got paid off. Amazing.
Oh, David winces right there. Here we go. Anthony first to act. He has a jack 8 of clubs.
Well, he's just going to limp in on the button here. Blinds are so high that these guys are happy to put in that and see a flop.
David with ace high. Not going to raise, so here we go with the flop. It's a 10-7-3. Pair of 3s for David. He's going to check quickly. Anthony, who has an inside straight draw, has bet 900,000, and he's been called. And there's an 8.
That gives Anthony 2 8s and the lead. David checks. Anthony checks right behind him. And now the board pairs 10s. So David checks. Now, if you have 2 8s here, you absolutely think they're the best hand. You can tell Anthony thinks so because he's betting 1.5 million. And he gets paid off with bottom pair. And Anthony Merulla confidently turns up the 2 8s this time to take down the pot.
Come on, David, shake it off. Come on.
You gotta love his wife, Caitlin, in the audience. Just a great rooting section. Keeping him pumped up to shake it off.
David, come on.
She'd be great at Little League games. Shake it off. Very supportive. He'd love to come back and get this win. Can he do it?
Well, still got plenty of chips. Here he looks down at a queen 8. And he's going to raise it to 1.2 million on the button. Anthony with the queen 3.
Yep, he's going to stay involved, makes his call.
So David has him dominated right now.
And the flop is a queen 3-6. Look at that 2-pair for Anthony. David with top pair with just queens.
Well, this is going to spell big trouble for David here. And look at this. Anthony's leading right out into the pre-flop raiser. Yeah, David's going to raise it here to find out where he's at.
1.3 total.
2.3 million now the bet by David.
Now it's back on Anthony.
And Vince, look at that. Anthony is taking his bet back. That means he is going to raise it again. If he was just going to call, he would add to that stack. With that lead-out bet may allow him to get all the money in before the flop here and get paid off. $4.3 million the bet.
Boy, now there's a possibility maybe David can get away from this hand.
Oh,
But he says all in, Vince.
Oh, boy.
And the quick call by Anthony. David in big trouble, must have help to stay alive. He needs an 8 or 6 right now to take the lead.
Otherwise, Anthony Merulla from New York City, 39 years old, will become a WPT champion at Borgata. 2 cards away from the destiny. Here we go with a turn card. It's a 7 of diamonds. So that doesn't help David.
It's come down to the river. David must catch a 3 across to stay alive in this tournament. Must catch a 6, 7, or an 8.
1 card left. Will this be the champion card?
It's over. That's 4. There you go. Anthony Merulla is our champion, Vince. The only amateur at the table taking down the title.
He had so many suckouts. It was ridiculous.
I love you so much. You played awesome.
Before we go talk to our champion, Matt Savage is talking to our runner-up, David Paredes.
I'm pretty happy. I played, 5 really solid days of poker in a great venue run by a great staff, and I'll be back.
All right, David, an emotional week for him, and we'll go over to our winner and Mike Sexton.
Once again, our champion, Anthony Merulla. Vlad, back to you.